Hey everyone, and welcome to the grim dark future of Warhammer 40k, and today I'm gonna tell you a little story about a trainee. Because I was playing a game with my opponent Gorillan. I was playing Guardsmen, as I usually do, either that or Orcs, and he was playing his Tyranids. So in this game, it's a pretty big open map. We have two bridges, and we have one side each where our units are placed and located. And obviously this map is really favoring me because I have lots of shooting, a lot of shooting, as Guardsmen usually do. But my opponent, Gorillan, will not go down without a fight. And the thing with his army, the Vanguard detachment, is that half of his army is more or less in deep strike. So he have even less units on the table, and I will be able to shoot a lot. But the story I want to tell about is particularly about those Gene Stealers, because they are rushing over the bridge and I target them. But then he uses one of his stratagems to make them, well, blown up, so to speak. They can't be targeted within a short range. And since I don't have anything really, other than a few las guns within that range, I could only shoot a little bit and didn't do anything on them. Because those Gene Stealers, led by Broodlord, are a fucking menace. If you ever played against them, or played against Tyranny in general, they hurt. I mean, particularly if they're led by Broodlord, because then they have devastating wounds as well, which make them very efficient against even heavier units. So using his shenanigans, he managed to actually get them over the bridge without me being able to shoot them down, which I was hoping for, but no dice there. So he got them over and then charged into my unit, a blob of 20, well 18 with two heavy weapon squad teams, infantry squad, and slaughtered them instantly. There was no saving there for my little homies. They were slaughtered. They just stood there, took all these claws. They became a snack for the hive mind. It was brutal. I was like, okay, well, no saves here, no saves there, and my fucking god, they got floored instantly. And with that, they were in range of my other units, though. Well, at least some of them, like my Hydra and stuff. So they could actually start to pick out the Gene Stealers. And they did, because I didn't want them to run around and slaughter my fucking center squad and everything, you know? I did not want that, so I needed to remove them. So I started shooting and blasting, ending with getting away all his Gene Stealers, but his Broodlord were still there. And I charged that one with my Scout Sentinel. Now the thing is, we have a running joke in my group of Warhammer players that we call the Scout Sentinel Praktikanten, aka trainee. Like, yeah, they're, oh my god, I'm ready to fight, sir. Oh my god. Like they're a teenager just be put into one of these scouts and then rush into battle. And he charged in and trying to punch this guy down because he was wounded, had a few wounds left. So I was hoping that my Sentinel Chainsaw would do the job, but it did not. And he punched back, and he did not actually kill the Sentinel there. I was actually surprised there. I got very lucky with my rolls there, surviving with like one wound or something like that. And then the next turn goes, and everything happens. We're fighting on the different sides. And then you have the Broodlord and the Sentinel. And since I was the defender, I get to attack first. And I didn't. Just barely enough, so he had one wound left. I was so disappointed, because that means if he kills my Scout Sentinel, which he most likely will, he can just move over and engage into some other units and occupy them. And I did not want that. I wanted that thing gone, because yes, I am traumatized by these guys. And the fun thing though, well, fun thing for me, not fun for Gorillan, was that his Broodlord managed to kill it. And what happened? Deadly demise, baby. The trainee literally detonate. Deadly demise 1. And that was enough to take out the Broodlord. So he went out in a blaze of glory, taking down the Broodlord. That was so fucking glorious. I could not got a better ending of the trainee there, because oh my fucking god, that poor Zod, but he took down the fucking Broodlord with him. That was my opponent. He could not believe his eyes. Like how big is the chance? Because he had lots of bad luck when it comes to deadly demises. Like the time when I had one cultist in the Death Guard team I was playing, shot his Redemptor tank, I think it was. It was one of the big Space Marine tanks, or what the fuck it was. It had one wound. I managed to plink through that. It died, and deadly demise, and ripped half his team apart. He had other, when I had a Hellhound running into his Genestealer cult, and it exploded after a Baron smacked it silly. It just exploded, did massive amount of damage as well. So he has really bad luck with deadly demises in his face, and we can't just help but laugh at it. So that's how the trainee took down a Broodlord with him in glorious combat, in his death, for the God Emperor, of course.